Hi Virgo, happy belated birthday. Welcome to your birthday special. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can check out the other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not resonate. Just take what does and leave what doesn't for the next person. We're going to be taking a look to see what messages need to come through for you guys for the current energy, and then we're going to take a little look into what you guys can expect regarding your love life for my singles and then those that are taken, and then we'll take a little look into your career finances, and then kind of see if there's anything else that you need to know for this upcoming year, give or take. May resonate now, may resonate down the line, but let's start off with the current energy for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What's going on for Virgos? I hope you guys had a good birthday season. Can't believe over here in Canada it's fall now. Are you kidding me? September and August went by like nothing. Like, it was over in a second. It's like, what the fuck? You blink your eyes and all the trees are now changing colors over here. I'm not taking these cards because I'm not focused yet. Alright, so anyways, messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the current energy. What's going on for my Virgos? What messages do Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus need to hear? Any insight, wisdom, guidance from my Virgos? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus based off the current energy? What do they need to hear? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I'm not, okay, I'm too many cards. I'm not trying to be here forever. Less card spirit. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Dolphin energy. I love this card. This is water energy coming through. Aw, I love it so much. And we have a flyer. Horse. Oh, such a good combination, okay? At the bottom, we got the peacock. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So, current energy. I love it. You're taking care of yourself. You're putting yourself first. You're really like all about that self-love. And if not, you totally should start incorporating that more often into your day-to-day routine, because you would benefit greatly from that. Okay, but once you take care of yourself and you put yourself first, it's the saying, fill your cup up before you worry about filling anybody else's up. And that's exactly what this energy is here. The dolphin and the horse. You guys are really focusing on your wellness. And as you do that, as you are giving yourself that nurturing, that love, that appreciation, you're attracting that in your life, in your relationships, in your friendships, in just like in general. When you radiate that kind of love at that kind of frequency, you attract it too. You're out and about shopping, grocery shopping, whatever, getting fucking gas, and someone like reaches out to you and they say something that just like brightens your day, and you're like, wow, and you say something back, and it's just like this beautiful give and receive. You know, the dolphin is a very healing and nurturing energy, and it also talks about blessings coming your way because you've been putting in the work, because you've been taking care of yourself, because you've been spreading love and kindness and compassion and patience. Like, I want to call you Pisces. I just did Pisces reading, so that would make sense. Some of you may have Pisces in your chart, but because you've been doing that, you're being rewarded for your efforts. You're being you're being rewarded for all your hard work. Please bear with me. I sometimes can't speak properly, and with Mercury retrograde just around the corner, I'm a little nervous. You know, it normally butchers my speech like nothing else. Anyways, so the dolphin's just a really awesome energy to be in. And then we have the horse. And so these two cards, like, these are like power couple, okay? Perfect combination. I'm so happy that these two cards came out together. The horse is this very strong, confident energy. I love that you guys are stepping into this, because I know for a while back, a few months ago, there's a lot of uncertainty and there's a lot of doubt and fear and kind of getting in your head. But I love to see that you guys have overcome it. And even though there might be moments where you struggle within, you may have moments of doubt like everybody else, but you guys are really overcoming that. You guys finally taking charge. You're the boss, you're in charge, and you call the shots over yourself, over your life, and nothing can tell you otherwise. You know, and you're feeling really confident within yourself, and you're feeling really good about where you're going and what you're doing, and like, you just know yourself better than you have before. You know, you really know your value, you really know your worth, and you're also learning to trust your intuition. You know, when you're writing an exam, or when you had written an exam, and like you know, your teachers, your professors, they always said, like, go with your first gut, and, like, how many times you wouldn't, and you would end up changing your answer last minute, and then turns out your initial answer was the correct one. You're like, fuck, why did I change my answer? It's like that. It's like, now you're learning to trust your gut. You're not second guessing it. You're not changing your answer. You're going with the first initial instinct, and I love it. And as you're doing that, you're seeing how good that is. Like, you're seeing how things are working out in your favor because you are following your gut, you are following your intuition. That's what's leading you to these blessings, right? Because you are following the signs, you're following the symbols, and it's really powerful. It's really beautiful. And the horse, man, I'm just so happy that card came out. This talks about such strength and dedication and persistence and consistency, and how that's really going to pay off when you take good care of yourself, when you change your diet, when you change your exercise routine, when you start committing to those things that, you know, are hard to at first, right? Waking up a little bit earlier, going to bed earlier, it's hard at first, right? You fall back into the old patterns how many times over and over and over. It's because the ego wants you to stay with what's comfortable, with what you know. And so when you start changing those habits, changing those routines in your life, your ego's like, what the fuck is uncomfortable, and it's hard to stick to those changes, and it's hard to make new habits because you kind of just want to go back to how things used to be. But when you do that, things don't change. And so it's like, you guys are finally recognizing, like, if I want to change, I'm gonna have to make the change, and I'm gonna have to follow through and commit to it. And it's hard, but it's worth it, and you're being rewarded for it. So good on you, Virgo. Good on you. Give yourself a pat on the back, because that's like some really strong, powerful energy. And you're just, it feels very happy. It feels very like, just, I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple tarot messages, and then we'll jump into the other spreads, but just to get more messages based off the current energy, where you guys may be right now, or what you could be coming into. Okay, so any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, based off the current energy? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Anything they need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? The current energy, anything they need to know? Like, you guys are just radiating beautiful energy. I love it so much, especially the dolphin. It just makes me feel like warm and fuzzy inside. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this current energy? Anything that they need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Four of Wands coming right out. I love it. Okay, some people see this as the 1111 card. So again, in sync with the universe, timing on point. All right, you are in alignment, and the sun is also in this card. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? All right, we have the Fool and the Magician. Sorry, not the Magician. The, wow, my brain right now. Brain fart. Wait, what? Okay, the Emperor. Oh my god, it's not the Magician. I kept seeing the Magician. I'm like, it's not the Magician. It's the Emperor. Emperor backside. All right. Oh, Four of Pentacles. Okay, and at the bottom, Star reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Cups backside, and the Eight of Swords backside. So, let's quickly talk about this. So right now there are definitely lots of things that are out of your control. Emperor backside with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you may have your eyes on the prize, set on a specific idea, on a specific target, a goal. But sometimes life has other plans in mind, and sometimes we can't change that. Sometimes we are forced down specific paths to bring us towards something even better, or something that was part of our journey, or something that was going to lead us to a blessing. So, not Emperor, Fool backside, there is this wish, there is this desire, this hope that you feel about the future, about the direction you wish to go down, but it's not quite ready, or like, it's something about the timing. And it's really just like, this is something that's worth waiting for, but at times there's a moment of like doubt. So kind of like what I was saying, you're feeling more confident, you're feeling like you know what you want, you're taking better care of yourself, you're really like embracing where you're at, and you are like shining so brightly, spreading so much love and positivity. which I love that. But again, there are still going to be moments of doubt and uncertainty and feeling a little bit lost or unsure, unclear with where you're going, because there's so much out of your hands, out of your control, that you can't really change right now, especially when it comes to the timing of things. It's like you want something to come to you much quicker, but universe has other plans. They're like tick tock, tick tock. It's like, can time go any slower? Like watching paint dry, it's like so slow. You're like, oh my god, when is something going to happen? I've been waiting, and there's a bit of impatience here. Okay, and this is just kind of like a little bit of a message of confirmation, like, hey, it's yours, it's coming, 100% guaranteed. You just gotta work on your patience, okay? Because something about the timing is not quite ready yet. And as we are heading into Mercury retrograde, it's on the 27th of September, which we're really right around the corner. It's okay that right now it's a bit slow, it's a bit delayed. That's not a bad thing. You know, people always recommend you might want to hold off from starting anything drastic during Mercury retrograde, okay? Because, you know, sometimes there could be some delays or missing a few steps or like, you know, so just get all of your ingredients first before you start making up a whole dish in the kitchen, you know? You don't want to be running around the kitchen trying to look for things and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go to the store now because I forgot to get the eggs, right? It's like you gotta make sure you got all your ingredients, and right now you don't have all of them quite yet. It doesn't mean it's not yours, that you won't be able to make the dish. You gotta wait a little bit. You gotta get all things settled. You gotta come up with some sort of plan here. It's kind of what I'm feeling from this. So there might also be a bit of a block in your intuition. So the fact that the horse came out, my throat's a little dry right now, so please bear with me. The fact that the horse came out, it's like it does recommend getting into some sort of meditation practice, right? And that can be many different things. That can be going out on walks in nature, right? That can be listening to some sort of music. It could be journaling. It could be gardening. It could literally just be you sitting down on the ground and doing some breathing exercises, like some sort of meditative activity. I'm like, what's the word, y'all? Some sort of like practice that puts you in the present moment, right? Because there is some sort of block when it comes to your intuition. And that's what I was saying, is like some of you may have the tendency to ignore your gut feeling or to second guess it or to doubt it, and so that's what's creating the block. And okay, for a second I thought this was a peacock on the back. I think that's a flamingo or swan, I'm not sure. But for a second I was like, wait, it looks similar to the peacock, right? Its head shape, its beak, but I don't think that actually is the peacock. Anyways, so the moments where you have doubt, uncertainty, it's important that you get back to the present moment. Don't worry about what's going to happen a week from now, month from now, year from now, because shit changes so quickly. And especially as we have this energy of talking about things that are out of your control, right? Right now, your hands aren't on the wheel. They're like behind you, and you have to just like keep your eyes open, right? You're not the driver, you're actually the passenger, and you just got to be that second pair of eyes. Let the universe take the wheel for once, you know? And some of you may have difficulty surrendering to things like that, or trouble with going with the flow. You know, you may find it difficult to just kind of taking it step by step. You want to just have everything planned out, but unfortunately, whatever this is that you are trying to move towards, it's like it can't go like that. And so you're needing to really just let loose of the grip, loosen that hold. I've said this a few times, I don't know, recently, probably not, but I used to say this before. It's like when you grab a handful of sand, right? If you hold it loosely, the sand's going to stay in your hand, but as soon as you squeeze that handful of sand, all the sand's gonna fall between the cracks of your fingers, right? So it's like really let go of control, let go of the need to know when something's coming. It's yours, so don't doubt it. It's yours, it's already happening, it's just happening at a different speed than you imagined. So let go of your expectations. I know that's hard, but practice it. Try your best to just remain open-minded, and, you know, when it's meant to be, it's going to come in. Right now, it's just not meant to be. If it comes in right now, on your terms, it may not last, or may not be as good as it could be if you just let it wait, let it simmer, let it marinate, you know? So just hold up a little bit, just slow down. There's no rush, especially as we are approaching Mercury retrograde. There is no need to rush, especially when it comes to coming with plans and, you know, getting all your things straight and organized, and, you know, just take it nice and slow, okay? I think there are a lot of different things going on in the bigger picture that you're just not seeing here. And so really, I mean, you do have the choice to continue on this path and just wait it out and keep doing what you've been doing and take care of yourself. Or you may have the choice to just completely give up and walk away and try planting your seed in different soil, right? Maybe the soil isn't fertile, right? You've given it all you got and you're not seeing results, and maybe you've been doing this for a long, long time. And if you feel in your gut, which you're going to have to determine, right? I can't tell you what to do, but if you know deep down this ain't it, I gotta do something else, or I need to plant this seed in other soil, right? Then trust that feeling. But only you are going to know that. I can't tell you what to fucking do. You know, but I'm just saying, with that Seven of Pentacles, it does sometimes talk about a choice, right? You can continue on this path and just wait it out and see where it goes, or you also have the option to go somewhere else, right? And follow your gut. But some of you are struggling with trusting your gut right now. So if you're not sure, don't make any decision right now. If you're not 100% sure, you're not very certain, you're going back and forth, then just wait. Don't make any decision until you're certain, okay? As tempting as it could be, right? And then we have the Eight of Swords backside. So some of you might be receiving unexpected news, or like, because we have the eagle swooping in and she doesn't see it. So there could be some sort of unexpected, blessing come in with the dolphin, right? Because the dolphin does talk about blessings, opportunities coming in. So yeah, with the Eight of Swords, there could be some sort of unexpected news or redirection, divine orchestration at play here that, again, you're not really seeing. Especially with the Queen of Cups backside, you're not really seeing this come in. It's like when you least expect is when this comes through. So, maybe we'll get more messages as we continue on with the other spreads. Alright, so we're just going to leave that there. And now let's start off with these romance spreads, okay? So we're going to start off with my singles. So any romance angel messages for my single Virgos? Any romance angel messages for my single Virgos, please? Romance angel messages for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus. Whoa! Okay, what do you gotta say? We have attraction and passion. Okay, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Let's get one more for my single Virgos. Guys, got two. Finances and career and engagement. Okay. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now and engagement. Your higher self is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So like I was saying at the beginning of the reading with the horse and even the dolphin, as you take better care of yourself, as you give yourself that love, that appreciation, as you start to really put yourself as that first priority, you begin to attract that in your life. In new connections and old connections, in current connections, in your friendships, in strangers that you cross paths with, you start to attract more of that energy, right? And now it's about you guys being more in the present than in the past or the future, being in the now and really just learning to appreciate where you're at, where you're heading. So for my singles, it's like enjoy being single while it lasts, because you won't be single forever. You may think that, you may feel that. What if I'm never going to find my person, the one, my soulmate, my true love? What if? Nah, I can guarantee you'll find it. You'll find them, but when you're not looking for it. Or kind of like when that Eight of Swords came out, I was like, there could be something unexpected that you just don't see right now, right? You're closed off to, you're not really receptive to it just yet, but when you least expect it, or when you're not looking for love, is when it comes knocking. That does happen for a lot of people when you're so occupied with everything else, your finances and career, your work, right? It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So maybe due to your finances, maybe money's a bit tight. You can't go out dating and spending all this money, getting to know people and going out and about and splurging and shit on like fancy dinners, right? So it's like, okay, I can't really do that right now. It's not really an option for me. I gotta get my shit together. And that's probably the best thing you can do for yourself, is to get your shit together before you're worrying about including another person into the picture, right? Getting that solid foundation underneath your feet so that no matter who comes and goes in your life, friendship, romantic, etc., you are still standing solid and no one can take that away from you. You want that independence. You want that concrete foundation. Rock solid. You don't want some, unstable shit, right? So that might be something that you are working on. Doesn't mean you can't go out and about and see people and get to know people or commit and get in a relationship, of course. But I think what's important for you as you are waiting, focus on you. Focus on yourself. Give yourself that love and appreciation that you would give if I had a partner. If I was in a relationship, I'd cook them breakfast in bed and I would do all these nice things for them and blah blah blah. So it's like, okay, if that's what you would do if you're in a relationship, already start doing that for yourself, right? Start giving that to yourself. Okay, and then you start to attract it. All right, and what are you attracting? Well, we got passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You want something fun. You want something exciting and passionate. And you're not trying to settle for something that's not what feels right to you in your heart, in your soul, right? You could settle. You could drop your standards. You could just, say yes, even though you're not really feeling the connection. But what good is that? Right? You want passion. You want this person to understand you. And so it's important that you guys don't settle for any less than what you deserve and what you want. Okay? And then we do have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So, in the near future, if you are open to it, if you are ready for it, if you put yourself out there, right? Because love's not going to come knocking to your door if you just sit there and do nothing. Like, you got to obviously extend yourself and do it as many times as you want, right? But if you do make that extra step and you put yourself out there, yeah, there is a potential for, upgrading in your commitments, in your love sector. The opportunity to commit to it. Let me pull a couple tarot messages and see if there's anything else. Alright. Whoa, these cards. Give me a second. Okay. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Venus? In love, my single Virgos. Any messages for my single Virgos in love? Any messages for my single Virgos in love? What can they expect? What can my single Virgos expect in love? Okay, we got the High Priestess. The Sun! Okay, alright. Messages for my single Virgos. We also have the Nine of Wands reversed. Three of Swords. Yeah, it's kind of like, what I was kind of saying. Any other messages for my single Virgos? Hangman. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers, Judgment, King of Pentacles, and even Death and the Hermit. Your energy coming through. Alright, we'll talk about that. Wow, a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What the fuck? Alright, pretty significant, I guess. Okay, let me just get my thoughts straight, you guys. So there are a few things I'm getting from this. There are some things on your mind from your past that you're reflecting on, hurts, pains, and things that have hurt you. Not things, relationships that have hurt you in your past that you're trying your best to move on from, you're trying your best to heal from, as well as you're trying to move on, right? You're trying to get out in the dating scene, meet new people, but at the same time, there's like this sense of discouragement, feeling like, well, what's the point? I'm just gonna get hurt again, or like, I always get my hopes up, or I got ghosted, and I put myself out there again and again and again just to be left, or whatever, right? And so you may actually be finding yourself in a certain pattern or a certain cycle, because there's still some healing that needs to be done. We have the Lover's Judgment coming out, as well as the Hermit and Death. So there is some sort of cycle that you may find yourself repeating, or certain people that you could be attracting. We have Gemini energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Pisces again, and even Virgo coming out. Just letting you guys know the element or the zodiac signs. But you may be finding yourself in certain connections, certain relationships where it's just like the same cycle coming up. And the reason why that's happening is because there is a lesson that needs to be learned here. That's why you keep finding yourself in similar situations, different people. Right? And I'm sure that there are some positive qualities about them, but there's still that underlying theme that's coming up for you that needs to be dealt with. And maybe this stems way back from how you were raised, how you viewed your parents' relationships. Were they together? Were they married? Were they separated? Was it a single parent? Was there your parents were physically there, but emotionally they were absent? Things like that. Some deep ass wounding that has stemmed from way back, and how that has correlated in the relationships you find yourself in. And you could be spending a lot of time reflecting on it, trying to uncover, why am I attracting these types of people? What is the underlying theme here? What's the lesson here that needs to be learned? And it's not something that's going to happen overnight. You're not going to break that cycle overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take healing. It's going to take patience and compassion and you being gentle on yourself. And you don't have to fully heal before you can get into a new relationship. I'm not saying that. You totally can. If you are open, if you feel ready in your heart, in your soul, you want to put yourself out there, fuck it, right? Certain relationships really do help you heal. 100%. But only do that if that feels right for you. Don't just force it if you're not feeling it, right? If there's not that passion, don't force that shit. If your finances aren't straight, you probably should take care of that. That's probably should be your number one concern, right? Is you. Because if you can't take care of you, you can't take care of another person. And it's not your job to take care of another person unless it's your child. Unless you have a kid or a dog or a cat or a pet or and it's not your fucking job to take on someone else's burdens, right? And maybe that's another thing that some of you may have struggled with, always being there for everyone else. But when it comes to, you going through it and you needing a little extra helping hand, it's unrequited, unbalanced. And so you're needing to identify, what that is and try to readjust it, whether that's readjusting your boundaries or, I don't know you, of course. You're going to have to figure that out. I'm not your therapist, yo. But getting back your stability and taking as long as you need. And I think some of you could really benefit from some alone time, from some solitude, especially for those that have the tendency to just go out and date, like a serial date, or nothing wrong with that. Hey, to each their own. But, just using these people as distractions from what actually is what you're avoiding. So I think a lot of you who could be resonating with this, you may really benefit from some time alone to love yourself and to really get to know yourself. And, doing the damage control with this death coming out, right? Doing cleanup. And you may need to have some helping hands. You may need some people to help you, even professionals, or just opening up to people that you trust that could really help you on your journey of healing and that you aren't alone. So, with the High Priestess and the Sun coming out, those two cards, we have the Moon popping up in the High Priestess and then the Sun. So there is this energy of illumination, of what was once hidden, of what was once buried so deep within your heart, in your soul, in your subconscious. Even if you believe in past lives, this might have even been a cycle that your soul has been on. And now it's you guys could be getting a new understanding or a new enlightenment about that. With the Sun and the High Priestess, this is illuminating your darkest corners, right? All of that's coming to the light for you to look at and for you to acknowledge. There's a lot of shadow work coming here, and the need for you to be open to it and to not judge yourself, not be hard on yourself, but just accept and look at it for what it is so that you can move on from it, right? Be your own best friend. Be kind to yourself. Because with Judgment coming out, some of you may have the tendency to look back at yourself and just cringe and judge yourself and beat yourself up over the things that you just can't change. I should have known better. I'm such an idiot. You only knew what you knew back then, right? You can't change the past. You can change the future moving forward. So what are you going to take with you? Anyways, so lots of healing energy at play on that. And then also with that Nine of Wands reverse, kind of like just throwing the stick, giving up on love, like fuck it. I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna focus on me, myself, and I. Then boom, possibility of new things coming in if you open yourself up and you're just receptive to whatever is of your highest purpose. I can't speak, y'all. Surrender to it. And when you open yourself up, good stuff can come in, right? Sometimes it just requires you to look at things from another perspective that you haven't looked at before. And, you know, going back to connections that you have been in, there could have been lots of mirroring going on, or someone has triggered you to almost like you're seeing a version of yourself, or parts of yourself are in these people that you cross paths with. And so it's like you got to look at yourself too. You can't put all the blame on one person. You also need to take a look at yourself. I know it's intense. It's intense, y'all. It's hard. It's heavy. Finance is looking good though with the King of Pentacles. I know this is love related, but I just had to mention that the King of Pentacles. I love that energy. Very stable, very grounded. Just know your worth. Don't settle for anything less. Focus on yourself. Allow your feelings to come up. Good, the bad. Embrace it. Acknowledge it. And surrender to the good stuff. And really just be in the present moment. And give yourself that love and that nourishment. And take care of yourself. And when you do that, you attract that. Like I was saying at the beginning of the reading. So, yeah. Pretty intense. Solo time would benefit you. Just saying. You don't always have to be out and about and dating one person to another person to another person. It's okay to be single, and if anything, you should embrace it and like it, because you're not going to be single forever. Got engagement if you so choose when you're ready, right? This may be down the line. So that's what I got for my singles. I'm going to now move on to those that are taken and in connections. All right. So my Virgos that are in a relationship, I'm just going to shuffle this backwards for a second, just because the cards are bent, or like a bit curved. Okay, alright. So, for my Virgos in a relationship, what can they expect in love? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, those that are taken? Taken Virgos in love, what messages do they need to hear? Any romance angel messages for my taken Virgos in love? What can my taken Virgos expect in love? Show me clearly. Okay. Attraction, make the effort, true love, and very soon. Oh! We also got playfulness at the bottom, so have fun. Be lighthearted. Okay, so attraction. This came out from the singles as well. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So just really learning, like I said at the very beginning of the reading with the dolphin and the horse, taking care of yourself and loving yourself and giving yourself that appreciation and like filling your cup up first. And when you do that and let the cup overflow, like you're just attracting like-minded energy. It's some solid shit. And really just learning to enjoy the present moment, being in the moment, not worrying about what you're gonna be doing a year from now, 10 years from now, or we're gonna get married tomorrow, like, you know, like really just being in the present and just enjoying the moments, right? Because every single moment is temporary. Everything passes, the good, the bad. We only have the present, right? We only have the present. So really just learning to enjoy. I didn't mean to drop that. Enjoy every single moment. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Make the effort. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime and very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. So, it seems like this is some really solid connection, right? Where both people are needing to make the effort to show up, to be there for one another. Obviously, it's not always going to be 50-50 every single day, every little moment. But just finding the middle ground and helping each other out and being that support. Very soon, clearly decide what you want. So if you guys are wanting to take things to the next level, moving in together, starting a family, getting married, moving, whatever, like, you know, very soon make up your mind of like what you're wanting. Both of you having a honest conversation of like, okay, like where are we headed? If this has gone very serious, obviously if this is this is in the early stages, I mean, still get clear of what you want with this connection, so that it can come to you sooner than later. Okay? Let's just start pulling some tarot messages, honestly, because I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on for my taken Virgos in love. Any messages for my taken Virgos in love? Any messages for my Virgos that are taken? What's going on for my Virgos in love that are taken? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus in love? Those that are taken, what can they expect in their love life? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for those that are taken? Any messages for my taken Virgos? Oh, beautiful, 2 cups. 2 cups, so lovely. Lovely, lovely. This is Cancerian energy. There's, again, it's just this fairness, this balance, this romance, you know? It's passionate, it's loving. Could also represent some sort of choice, but let's see. Messages from my taken Virgos. High Priestess. This came out for the singles as well. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus. We also have the Star. Okay, so it's kind of like very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you now. So it's kind of like, I'm getting the energy of like manifesting and writing things down of like what you want to happen and wishing upon a star. Knight of Pentacles coming out. And is there anything else from my taken Virgos in love? Ace of Swords. Literally clearly decide what you want so that you can get it now. And like literally what I was saying, I just realized this. I didn't even recognize this until now. Like when I was saying like writing down like your manifestations of what you want for this connection. What is she doing? She's writing down in her little notebook. Right? Like I'm writing down my my vision for my wedding, or like planning, and you know, okay, we're moving in together, let's do some research. Where are we trying to live? What neighborhood? What do we want to, like, how many bedrooms or how many bathrooms? What do you want the kitchen to look like? You know, remodeling the home, like, you know, it just feels like exciting and fun. We have the King of Cups, the Emperor, and the Four of Pentacles, and even the Five of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay. There is a lot of solid love here. Now, someone in the connection can be a bit stubborn at times. With that Four of Pentacles and even the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like, you know, where do you want to go out to eat for our date? Oh, I don't know. Where do you want to go? Well, I don't know. You want to go to this place? No. Do you want to go here? No. Do you want to do this? No. Okay, so what do you want to do? I don't know. It's like... it's just like slight annoyance over here, right? And I just kind of feel that energy with that Five of Pentacles. Like, you want any of these offers? No. Ugh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go eat there. Okay, well, where do you want to go? I don't know. Like, a bit moody, okay? Someone could be like that. Oh my god, I'm just saying. Anyway, so patience is necessary, and also meeting each other in the middle, right? Can't always be one person deciding where we eat. Like, I'm just saying, okay, anyways, that's just kind of some shits and giggles, but like that's literally what came to mind, so just roll with it. So the Two of Cups, High Priestess, Star, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, not 8. So there's this beautiful connection, right? You, your partner, you guys are vibing, you guys are getting along with one another, whether this is a new relationship, whether this has been together for years or months, but it just feels very genuine, it feels very loving, it feels very like a solid connection. There's a strong attraction, there's a strong chemistry, and, you know, true love for a lot of you, right? Romance of the lifetime. It just feels like magic, pure magic when you're around this person. It's like literally a wish come true. So we have the High Priestess and the Star. There's these there's these desires. Speak up about what you want, you know, your fantasies, like what you imagine, what you want with your partner, you know, your emotional needs, your pleasure, your sexual needs. That's coming through as well. You know, you gotta, there's a lot of things that are hidden. There's a bit of a mysterious energy with this high priestess. The person that you're connecting with, they're not a mind reader. I feel like let's just say that this is you, Virgo, and you could be dealing with an emperor, right? Very amazing energies to be in. One's more analytical and one's more like spiritual, emotional. So we got a feminine energy, we got a masculine energy. I really like that. Okay, this is some solid stuff. But sometimes there can be a bit of miscommunication or like not fully understanding one another. It's like you could be speaking up about your deeper emotions and they're like, I don't understand, like what's the big deal? Or, you know, so like just the need for speaking clearly, both sides, instead of guessing games, or like they should read my mind, they should know how I feel. I don't need to tell them. It's like no one's mind readers over here. And especially with this high priestess, like there are desires, if there are wishes, like if someone's off, this person, I keep saying someone, it's like this is a relationship spread, I keep forgetting. If someone's like, oh fuck, I keep doing it. If your partner is giving you all these offers of like, okay, let's go here, let's do this as a date, let's try this, let's do this, and you're not satisfied with them, and deep down you know what you want, but you're just not saying it, well, they're trying their best to assist to your needs, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be clear and honest because no one's a mind reader, kind of like that, okay? So be honest about your wishes, your dreams, your desires, and they'll help you, they'll meet you in the middle, or vice versa. If your partner is like that and you're constantly trying to guess around, like just the need to be clear with one another, you know, so that you guys can both feel happy and satisfied and fulfilled in this connection, right? It's just by honesty and clarity and communication, and also comprehension. You can't communicate without comprehending what is being said. You can talk all you want, but if no one's understanding, well, then it's just a waste of breath and energy, right? But yeah, there's a lot of this pure, mature love with this King of Cups. Seriously, like this is some stable shit. Through the thick and thin, ride or die, but also won't put up with their shit, you know? They got a good bullshit detector, intuition on point. But this just feels very sincere, you know? Like a protector, a nurturer, someone you just feel safe around, you know? If this is, like for some, this person that you're with, obviously gender doesn't matter, but maybe this person reminds you of like your father or your mother, or like someone who meant a lot to you. There might be like something about their presence, it just feels like safe. Oh, that's just so cute. I love that, you know? It just feels like warm and like safe, like a nice warm like hug, you know? Oh, I love it. Like you just know that they'll always have your back. Like they're committed, they're in it for the long haul. They're not playing games. They want what's best for you. You want what's best for them. It just feels so good. It just feels so good. I don't know why. When I get like excited or like, it just feels ooey gooey. My voice gets like so high. It's just like, I don't know. I just noticed that right now. But it just feels really solid. Okay. There's just someone in this connection that has a hard time not getting off their high horse, but like jumping off their rock. Like someone's like, no, you have to come to me. I don't want to meet you in the middle, right? So there might need to be a little bit of a readjustment for some, okay? Because she's just like chilling on a rock, like, oh, do I really have to meet you in the middle? Can't you just come here? Like, can't you see I'm busy brushing my hair? Like, can't you just, you know, oh, do I really have to like meet you in the middle? So whoever that is like, you gotta meet him in the middle. It's only fair. Anyways, really beautiful connection. Lots of wishes and dreams that may come true. Speak up about it. State your desires, what you want, what you need in this connection, emotionally, physically, mentally. I think it's very fair, very balanced. It just feels feels really good, okay? So that's what I got for my Virgos that are in a taking relationship. Looks solid, looks really like some true love type shit, all right? As long as y'all make the effort, there's always going to be that attraction. And just enjoy the moment. Be in the present. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about a year from now. Just be here right now. That's what matters the most, okay? Now, we take a little look into career finances and if there's any other extra messages that need to come out, and we're going to wrap up the reading, okay? So final kind of spread. So any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career finances, or any extra messages? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career finances, or any extra messages? What else do my Virgos need to hear? Any extra messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding career, finances, and extra messages? Thank you very much. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding their career, finances, and the extra? Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Okay, we have Three of Pentacles. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Queen of Swords. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Five of Swords. Temperance. Any messages for Virgo? Four of Wands. And then at the bottom we have the World, Prince of Cups, and Five of Wands, Judgment. Sag energy coming out. We got lots of earth, a little bit of fire, a little bit of air, and a little dash of water. So regarding your career and finances, and then there's some extra messages we'll get to. So let's talk about that first, and then anything else I'll talk about after. So some of you are like going back to school or learning new skills or like upgrading your abilities. You know, you might have a mentor or someone's teaching you more about what it is that you're doing, or you're growing a lot more in the career, in the job, in your studies. Like there's a lot of room for growth and improvement. You never stop learning, you never stop growing, and so I think you guys are going to be learning a lot, okay? And I also think, you know, when it comes to studying or picking up new talents, new abilities, it may require you to have more discipline with yourself, or, you know, even small things like time management or, you know, efficiency with those types of things. So stay focused, stay determined, and also, you know, be a little bit more serious when it comes to those things. No diddle-daddling and wasting time and fooling around. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which does talk about the need for patience when it comes to these things that are growing. You know, your own personal businesses, your own skills, your own studies, things like that. It will grow. We go from the 3 to the 7, which is a huge step up. But the need for patience, because it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to learn everything overnight. You're not going to become a professional overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take setbacks and even failures at times. And they're not fails. They're opportunities for you to learn and grow and for you to embrace that, right? It's not a setback. It's just a learning curve. And I believe that you'll have probably many learning curves. But that's good. That means you're growing. That means that you are becoming better than you were before. And to not let that discourage you, but to let that encourage you and inspire you, right? So lots of thinking and contemplating about like where you're going, where you're headed. You do want to reach to this place of, you know, stability and happiness. And I do think you could benefit from just taking breaks and taking time out for you to rest and be around your loved ones and friends, family, those that really uplift you, you know, because I think you are staying very dedicated and very focused on your goals and your targets and getting shit done. But you can't always be work 24/7, right? That's going to be draining. You're going to need to find the balance between your work life and your own personal life. Temperance, right? Taking time out for you to be by yourself, to get grounded, go out in nature, take time to rest, take time to play, right? You can't always be serious 24/7. What fun is that? What's the point? So find a balance, and also make sure that the connections around you are balanced too, right? 5 of Swords, there might be the energy. There is a bit of, there could be some drama or some heated times, arguments, discussions, or even just tension in the air. That might be some things that you're going to have to come up. Some of you might be trying to be the peacemaker, right? Trying to bring balance. If there's drama in the workplace and you're the middleman trying to bring peace, the mediator, it's like, it's always, we also have that 5 of Wands too, forgot to mention that. It's just like, especially if in the workplace there's like people dating one another, if that's even allowed, and that could also make things more complicated and chaotic. So it's just like, try to steer clear from the drama, not let that disturb your inner peace. Okay. Or even gossip in the workplace, or like, just don't feed into that. Simple. No, I mean, it's simple sometimes not. Sometimes it can be kind of complicated. So I can't really say it's simple. But try your best to not, like, lower yourself to other people's levels, especially if they are talking shit or, just being an asshole or being rude for no reason. Like, don't sink to their level. Be mature, be professional, and let the snakes show themselves in the grass, right? It always happens. You don't have to get your hands dirty. Just you focus on yourself and your duties and let these hoes expose themselves. I'm just saying. Okay, is there anything else that I'm feeling from these cards? Let me see. Some of you might be teaching others, right? Maybe it's not that you are... Well, even when you're teaching others, you're also learning more. Right? They say as you're learning something new, it's a good way to practice is by teaching others what you learned, right? That really shows if you truly understand the whole concept, right? So some of you are actually teaching others around you about your skills or what you do, and you could be training others or vice versa, someone's training you. And if you are training others, the need for you to be patient, because not everyone's going to understand or learn at the same pace that you do, right? How many times you've been in school and like they only teach it one certain way, and just like your brain just doesn't like it, you can't understand it. But if they taught you a different way, or you go on YouTube and they teach it, and there's like that one guy who posts like the easiest way to get the answer, like, wow, why didn't my fucking professor tell me that shit, because they wanted me to struggle. There's many different ways to learning, not just like one way or the highway. So just be patient, things like that. Making sure, like I said, connections in your life, in your workplace, career, that there's balance, that there is like mutual understanding, communications are clear. The World, Prince of Cups, 5 of Wands, Judgment. Some of you might be choosing to leave behind your current workplace, current job, or studies, field, whatever that could be, with the World. Or there could just be sudden changes. Feeling like a tap on my head. It's weird. Can you stop, please, and thank you? It's so annoying. Like there could be some sudden changes that you might be making, or maybe you're contemplating about like leaving your current job or expanding or going somewhere else, or that might be on your mind later on, or whenever you come across this, you might be contemplating that. But there could be a bit of confliction or back and forth about like, should I not? And it also does feel like there could be a bit of divine orchestration here with Judgment coming out. It's just like, some pretty important lessons, as well as taking in consideration of what you've gone through in your past, the lessons you've learned, and applying what you've learned to whatever it is that you could be going through. And instead of repeating these cycles over and over and over again, like it does look like you guys are making like a final call, which causes you to change course or change direction down the path that you've been going down. So that's pretty interesting. For some, you might even find a potential partner through your work, career, right? whether they work in the same place as you, or you just bump into them at work or through work, or, you know, you have a coworker, maybe it's a little Christmas party or some shit, or New Year's party, like, down the line, and then, you know, you can have a +1 or whatever, everyone brings a +1, and then turns out you bump into this person, and now you guys are, like, getting to know each other. Like, for some, you could be meeting potential romantic interest through your work, or through someone from your work. That's another thing coming up. Like I said, a little bit of drama, but that happens, right? There's always going to be drama. There's always going to be that one person who likes to stir the pot, right? No matter where you go, no matter where you're at, there's always going to be one person that gets on your nerves, but it's important you just remain calm, peaceful, grounded. Don't lower yourself. As tempting, as annoying as it could be, as frustrating as it may be. Again, it's an opportunity for you to grow. So, is there any other messages? I'm just gotta overlook this again. You know, find that inner peace, focus on yourself, fill your cup up first. Like I said at the very beginning of the reading with Dolphin, radiate that energy, the horse. Take care of yourself and your wellness, and you're gonna attract that. It feels very calm, very balanced, very peaceful for the most part. Yes, there's a little bit of Five of Wands, Five of Swords, a little bit of drama, a little bit of tenseness, but don't let that get the best of you. I mean, I'm repeating myself at this point. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. Patience is key. One step at a time. Don't rush. Move at your own pace. Alright? So, yeah. Okay, Virgo. That is what I got for you guys for your birthday special. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you guys are interested, you can follow me over on my Instagram at JStoneTarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.